Everyone. I am finally back, no longer sick, and I am back home in hell in Kentucky instead of being back with my sons in a real state, but I digress. Um, Obviously, had a great time. Also, while I was there, this is like way off subject, but I don't know if any of you know, Disney, not sponsored, obviously, and I hate Disney, but they put out an album called A Whole New Sound, and it's basically a bunch of their songs covered by pop punk bands, and I don't hate it. To an elder millennial or younger Gen Xer, depends on who you ask, like me, pop punk was phenomenal. That was my crap back in my 20s. So recommend giving it a listen. Remember Me, it's a song from Coco. Never seen the movie, but their cover of Remember Me is phenomenal. Anyways, on to the scammers. Meet Facebook user formerly known as Johnny DEPPS. Not Johnny Depp, Johnny DEPPS. So I said, "You told me to message you here." "Oh my God." He says, "Hello, how are you doing?" I said, "Fine." He says, "Where are you from?" And once again, Saturn Valley in Eagle Land. He says, "And where's this place? Sounds strange for real." I thought maybe he caught on that I was fucking with him. I said, "It's in the USA. Duh, Eagle Land. Not too bright, are you, Johnny? Drunk again? You've been here like 6 times, XD. He says, "Huh? I've been here? Well, I'm just playing around. What do you look like?" I said, "Man," and responding to, "Huh, I've been here." I said, "Man, we thought you'd laid off the alcohol after the Amber fiasco. You clearly didn't." He says, "Lol, I just asked, what do you look like?" And then I responded, "Long legs, burgundy lips. Basically, red lips and fingertips. Tall and blonde. Why?" And he says, "Just want to know, you got a problem with that? Was expecting a photo at least, since you already know who I'm." I said, "Yes, but we don't know each other. Don't act like just because you're a celebrity that I should do what you ask. You send photos when you've spoken long enough. You clearly don't know the mannerisms of good society, you sockdologizing old man trap." And some of my American viewers might get that, but that's the line from Our American Cousin that Abraham Lincoln was watching when he was assassinated, the line that John Wilkes Booth purposely waited for because it was so hilarious, and I'll be honest, I don't get it. I don't think it's that funny. He says, "Huh? I'm sorry. I don't mean it that way. I'm just trying to know you more. Nothing else." I said, "Photos come after you have spoken long enough and got to know each other." He says, "Okay, whatever way you want it. Hope you're good, though." I said, "I'm just fine. You know you're a hell of a guy. You're like Pelican Fly. You're so shy, and I'm loving your tie. You're slicker than the guy with the thing on his eye," which is Super Bass by Nicki Minaj, to which my husband said, "If I'm going to do this, I need to challenge myself and see if I can work in the entire song of Super Bass. I don't think I can." He says, "Lol, funny, totally. Do you know me that well?" I said, "I took a guess, so no." "Lol, cool though. How old are you?" I lied and said 28. He says, "Okay, so cool texting you. You're so funny, believe me. What you doing?" WYD. I said, "I was shopping." He says, "Oh, nice. You still don't want to send me a photo. To know who I'm texting at least. They really, really want to get your photos so that they can use them in other scams." And then I said, "Can you help me be popular? Because one of you said go into musical theater." So I did. And then I said, "Because whenever you see someone less fortunate than you, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than you, your tender heart starts to bleed. Your tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, you tend to take over, and you know exactly what they need." And then the OnlyFans model. And I continued on. "And even in my case, though it's the toughest case you've yet to face, I won't worry. You're determined to succeed. I'll follow your lead, and yes, indeed, I will be popular. You'll teach me the proper poise when I talk to boys, little ways to flirt and flounce. Ooh! He says, you look beautiful. And then responding to my lyrics from Popular by the great Kristen Chenoweth in Wicked, he says, tell me, what do you want anyways? I love JT really straight. I didn't get this, and it's been a while, and I have no idea what he's going on about there. And then I said, I want to be popular. You'll help me be popular. I'll hang with the right cohorts. I'll be good at sports and know the slang I've got to know. So let's start, because I've got an awfully long way to go. He says, all right, you know it not hard for me, right? What other apps you got? I said, what are you talking about? What's not hard for you? What other apps do I have? Why? What a strange question. And then I said, I have this one app called Sky Tonight. I'm using it to track Comet Su-Chin-Chin Atlas, aka C/22. You get it, the comet, you can read it. I mean, I'll do anything to make you happy, he says. That's what I mean by it's not hard for me to see you happy. And then to my Comet, he responds, I mean, you got WhatsApp. I've got a lot of text here. I said, no, I do not have WhatsApp. And then responding to see you happy, I say, I am happy. You could clap along with me if you feel like a room without a roof. Then which one, he responds. He says, LOL, funny. So he got my lyrics there. I know he did. And I said, this one is fine. If you can't speak here, it's okay. We'll just have to go our separate ways. And one day, love, we'll find you and break those chains that bind you. One night we'll remind you of how we touched and went our separate ways. The journey. He says, okay, here's fine then. So what do you do for a living? I said, good. I'm not moving apps. Too many scammers. They always want you to go to Telegram. Like, I used to use Telegram, which I've never used Telegram. But then the CEO was arrested for providing a safe haven for child porn and scammers to do their thing. And now the FBI, CIA, ASIO, EFCC, etc. are watching it like hawks. So there's no point in using it. He says, nah, let's just talk here, okay? And then he says, so what do you do for a living? I said, I have a PhD in reception. That is not a thing. And I responded too, I also do a side hustle as a surgical tech. I did my assertion on why we allowed the Thompson twins to have multiple hits in America and not AHA. He says, okay, you mentioning all this, I felt you haven't sent your real photo. Maybe catching on that I sent an OnlyFans model. On the side hustle as a surgical tech, totally not a thing. He said, so cool. I said, well, I don't care what you feel, Johnny. I feel I should be an astronaut. Facts don't care about your feelings. He says, okay, you don't really care. It obvious. I said, if that's how you feel, sorry. He says, it all good. You have no reason to go hard on me. I just want to be cool with you. That's all. What are you up to? I said, about 5'10". He said, okay, so you want to tell me anything? I said, like what? You're weird. I can tell you a story, but that's about it. He says, lol, I'll be busy now. Talk to you later. I said, oh, sure you are. He says, okay, I'll text you sooner. And then eventually he gets back to me. Hey, pretty, are you there? I said, no, I wasn't. It was 1:30 in the morning. What jerk starts texting people they don't know that late? People sleep at that time because they have to work. People like you are why I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. I was actually kind of mad. And he said, yo, not that bad. I only texted because I was awake. I said, at 1:30 a.m. Do you really not understand that some of us have to work and get up in the morning? He says, I'm sorry. Same shit won't happen again. I said, it better not. He says, yeah, I'm sorry, still. I said, good. He says, but why are you so harsh on me? Is that how you treat everyone? I mean, you don't even know me, yet you're acting this way. I love how here, I don't know him. But if he wanted something out of me and I said, I don't know you, He'd be like, I'm Johnny Depp. You know who I am. Do what I say. I said, yes. I treat all strangers this way. Strangers who text in the middle of the night. I wasn't about to let that one go. I said I was sorry. Meanwhile, I was just busy. I had it in mind to text back, but now I'm the bad one for doing what I promised. I say, it's fine. He says, am I forgiven now? I say, sure. He says, okay, you're still referring to me as a stranger, even though he literally just said, I don't know him. Thought you knew me and also seen my movie. I said, yes, we've never met. That's not knowing a person, XD. Jesus Chrysler. He says, but we all want to meet new people. I said, yeah, and you still don't know a person until you've met in person. He says, can't you just be nice at least? Life isn't that hard, honey. I said, I am being nice. Sounds like you're being a pretentious actor again, expecting that people call you a friend because you were in a movie. He said, okay, it's obvious you don't want me here. Maybe I just let you be. And I think at this point he realized this is a little too tough. I said, yeah, probably best. See ya. Do the world a favor and get a real job, scammer. XD. He says, what the fuck? Scammer? What was that for? I said, oh, you gonna go all indignant now? That's part 2 of the scam. We all know you're not the real Johnny Depp. You're some lazy kid in West Africa. Really? Lol. I said, yep. Which way are you going to go? You going to actually admit it or double down? Everybody knows your ploys over here. You all can't be making that much money doing this anymore. And that's why you messaged me at 1:30 a.m. It was morning in Nigeria. Remember who you're trying to scam. He says, all right. I said, and here's another free tip from me. You won't scam Manny with your atrocious English skills. He said, be good. I said, you are all so bad at speaking English. It's comical. And he sent me a thumbs up. And excuse me, apparently I'm still a little ill, but I feel fine. That was Johnny DEPPS. So, not really that entertaining, but I'm having a harder time actually finding scammers to go after. I don't know, maybe Facebook is doing their job for once, but I never get them on Instagram. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Check out that album if you have a bunch of free time. Also, apologies for any mouth breathing, and if I sound like I'm shivering, it's because I am. I have to do all these outside because it's so noisy inside, and oh my God, it is really cold out here. So, thank you for watching.